Build your dreams, live rich, and leave rich.
Welcome to Live Rich and Leave Rich by Krish. You know, so many of us are working hard or saving money, but there's still that little voice in the back of our heads, right? The feeling that we're not really in control of our financial future. Well, today, we're going to change that. We're going to move beyond just putting money aside and start actually designing a life of peace, freedom, and genuine confidence. And hey, just a quick heads up. What we're talking about here is for you to learn. It's not investment advice. Always chat with a licensed financial professional. All right, let's dive in.
Okay, let's just start with some honest questions. You know exactly what your monthly salary is, probably down to the last rupee. But what about your net worth? You know, that one number, everything you own, minus everything you owe. It tells the real story of your financial health. Do you actually know what it is right now?
And what about those curveballs life throws at us? You might have some policy tucked away in a file somewhere, but is it really protecting you? So many of us think we're covered because we bought some plan that promised a nice return. But when you look closely, it offers almost no real health protection. And that's a huge mistake that can leave your family totally vulnerable when they need help the most.
And this last one, well, it says it all, doesn't it? Are you the one in charge of your money, or is your money in charge of you? Now, if these questions made you feel a little uncomfortable, that's actually a good thing. It means you're ready to take back control, and you've come to the perfect place to figure out how.
You know, let's talk about a financial disease that is silently crippling millions of Indian families. And no, it's not credit card debt, it's not even a lack of savings, it's this strange, deeply rooted paradox that affects some of the most hardworking people you know. It's time we put a name to it. It's this right here. Asset-rich, cash-poor. And think about it. You know someone like this. I guarantee it. They own a house worth crores, maybe a piece of land back in the village, but they're struggling to find cash for a sudden medical bill or a great business opportunity. They are rich on paper, but in day-to-day life, they're living on the edge.
This quote just hits you, doesn't it? Let that sink in for a second. They live poor and die rich. It is a quiet tragedy we see play out all around us. People spend their entire lives sacrificing, saving, and building wealth, but they never actually get to enjoy it. They're giving up their today for a tomorrow that only their heirs will get to see.
So we need a major mindset shift here. Let's just forget about the numbers in your bank account for a second. The real definition of wealth, it's time, it's freedom, it's the ability to wake up in the morning and choose how you spend your day. That is the real luxury.
So how do we get that freedom? Not by chasing random stock tips, but by following a clear blueprint. I want you to picture it like you're building a financial fortress. You have to start with a solid foundation. Then you build the walls, and only then do you put on the roof. If you mess up that order, the whole thing can come crashing down with the very first storm.
Let's start with that foundation. Protection. This is absolutely 100% non-negotiable. We're talking about pure term life insurance and proper health insurance. This is your financial shield. Now listen to me on this one, please. Do not fall for those products that try to mix insurance and investing. They're expensive, they give you terrible returns, and the worst part, they offer very little actual coverage, leaving you exposed right when you need that shield the most.
Okay, foundation's down. Now for the walls of your fortress. Security. This is your emergency fund. This is your safety net. Before you even think about investing a single rupee to grow your wealth, you need at least 6 months' worth of your essential living expenses parked in a safe, easy-to-access account. This money isn't there to make you rich, it's there to keep you from going broke.
And only now, once your foundation of protection is solid and your walls of security are built, are you finally ready to build the roof. This is the exciting part. This is where the magic happens, where you can finally put your money to work and start growing some real long-term wealth.
So how do you do that? Well, for most people, mutual funds are one of the smartest tools out there. Seriously, think of it like a one-stop shop. With a single investment, you get a whole team of pros managing your money, and you get instant diversification across dozens, even hundreds of companies. That's the key to lowering your risk. It's probably the most powerful way for an everyday person to build wealth.
But here is the golden rule, and I mean this. Your why is always more important than your what. Don't just buy something because your friend told you to or because it's all over the news. Think about your goal first. Are you saving for retirement in 30 years? Your child's college in 15? The investment has to match the need, just like a doctor prescribes a specific medicine for a specific illness.
All right, now let's talk about how this whole plan needs to evolve with you. Because this isn't something you just set up once and forget about. No way. It has to be a living, breathing plan that adapts as you move through the different seasons of your life. What works in your 20s could be a total disaster in your 50s.
This table just lays it out perfectly. Look over on the left at the young professionals. Your main job is to maximize growth. Time is your superpower. But look at the biggest mistake people make, letting their spending creep up with every single pay raise. Now, shift your eyes over to the right, to your 40s and 50s. See how that focus changes? It moves from all-out growth to balancing different goals, and then finally, to protecting what you've built and creating a steady income.
And that brings us to the real point of all this, the ultimate goal. Why are we even doing this? Why save and plan? It's not just about the money. It's about something so much more valuable. It's about dignity. It's about living out your later years with independence and with respect.
This says it all, doesn't it? The hand that gives freely is respected. The hand that depends is pitied. When you are financially independent, you have the power to give, to help your family, to support causes you care about. That ability to contribute, that autonomy, that's where real respect comes from.
And here's a quiet word of warning, especially for all the parents listening. It is so tempting to give your children everything you possibly can, but please don't do it at the cost of your own financial security. Secure your own future first. Trust me, your financial independence is the greatest gift you will ever give them.
Okay, you ready to actually do something about this? I'm going to give you a super simple 3-step plan. If you're in your 30s and you just do these 3 things, you will be ahead of 90% of people out there. This is your roadmap.
It's really this simple. 1. Get a proper health insurance plan. That's your shield. 2. Build that 6-month emergency fund. That's your wall. And 3. Start a SIP, a systematic investment plan. That just means you're investing a fixed amount automatically every single month. It doesn't have to be a huge amount. It's the consistency that builds empires over time.
Okay, let's wrap all this up with the most important takeaways from our explainer today. Think of this as your roadmap, your personal checklist for financial peace of mind.
Just remember these 5 things. First, true wealth is freedom. Second, build that fortress in the right order. Always protect, secure, then grow. Third, cash is king. Liquidity is your superpower. Fourth, dignity is the ultimate prize. And finally, number 5, find that beautiful balance between enjoying your life today and building a secure life for all of your tomorrows.
So, I'll leave you with this one question. What is one small thing, just one thing, that you can do this week to start designing your life instead of just letting it happen to you? Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today. Thanks for joining me.